instead of trigger. Okay, the purpose of instead of trigger is, for an example, instead of means what usually?
Replacement of.
Yeah, maybe replacement other than. Yeah, okay. So now using this instead of trigger, what we can do is, let's say for an example, people are doing all the DML operations in weekdays and weekends. Okay. Now what I need to do is, if anybody is doing any operations on weekends, okay, now I should not allow them to do it, right? I should not allow them to do it. And also I need to send a notification to them that, you're doing some operations on the weekends and it is not allowable, right?
Yes.
And also whatever changes he made in the table, let's say he inserted something, okay, so such case, so we if it is a Sunday, we need to roll back that change. Rollback means we should not allow them, I mean, whatever he inserted, we have to roll back it. Also we need to send a notification to them, some notification or error message or message, anything. Okay, now if it is a weekday, then we need to allow that. Yeah, we need to allow them to do the operation. Also you need to maintain the audit. Okay, this audit, right, in both the cases you need to maintain this audit. Both the cases you need to maintain. So whether it is a weekday or weekend, right, you should maintain. So because see, I'll give you one scenario. Let's say whenever you go for any ATM mission, okay, and the system maybe the transaction might fail. Okay, you are trying to access some amount, but the transaction is failed, but still that entry will be there with the bank, correct?
Yes.
Even though the transaction is failed, but still the entry will be there with the bank. Okay, why? Kind of a proof, right?
Yeah.
Maybe if you go and tell them like, I have debited some amount and it was success and I did not get the amount. Okay, but they should have a evidence, no? So that's why even though transaction fail, yes, so still they will maintain that. They will maintain that transaction, right, in the audit. And if it is success, that is also get maintained, correct?
Yes.
In both the cases, it will get maintained in the audit, but when transaction fail, you will not get the amount. When the transaction is success, you'll get the amount, correct?
Yeah.
Same case here also, guys. Okay. If it is weekends, we should not allow them to do, and we need to roll back the changes. Also, we need to maintain what is trying to insert. Okay. And if it is success, yes, if it is a kind of a normal trigger, if it is kind of weekdays, and then we need to allow them to do, also need to maintain that audit info as well. Got it?
Yes.
Everyone?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And not only weekends or weekdays, we can take some other examples also. Let's say if somebody is trying to insert any department details data, in such cases I should not allow them to do. Okay, or if they're keeping some salary greater than this, then I should not allow them to do. Okay, so just some if conditions you need to put, that's it. Yeah, so let me create the trigger for an insert operation. So if it is weekend, I should not allow them to do, correct? Yeah, so create trigger. I'll just say tr underscore instead of insert, okay, on employee underscore department. Yes, and here you should not write for or after. This one should be instead of insert. Okay, it should be instead of insert. So if you need to perform all three operations in one, what you can do?
Insert, delete, update.
Yeah, so you can write instead of insert, comma, update, comma, delete. You don't need to write again instead of. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just like it.
As begin and end. Right. Now let me write the condition for weekdays. Sorry, weekends. Okay. So weekends, what we need to do? How do you check whether it is a weekday or weekend?
1 and 7.
Date part.
Date part.
Date
Okay.
part.
So
or
date
date
part of
approval.
date part of
Weekday.
Weekday. WK.
DW we can keep. Right?
DW.
Yeah, and
Get date.
get date. So when you execute this, what will happen?
Import.
Weekday.
So you can 1 second. My cursor is stuck. Just a second. Okay, let me use my screen, touch screen. Okay, so now it is giving 7. So today is weekend only, correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So now how to put a condition here? Tell me.
Date part
If date part
in one
Yeah,
comma.
we can go for if, right? If
Yes.
date part of this one,
in 1 or
1 comma.
1
1
comma
and 7. Yeah.
or if you go for a date name, then
Sunday,
Then
Saturday.
Sunday and Saturday.
yes, we can directly keep Sunday and Saturday, right?
Yeah.
So in this case, what you need to do is, okay, you just need to roll back the changes. Okay, which means that whenever I perform an insert operation, so first insert will go and insert the data into the table, correct?
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Yes.
Insert
Correct.
into your MDF file. Also there in inserted magic table. Also it will be maintained in LDF. Correct?
Yes.
Correct.
Yes.
So now
Yeah.
instead of trigger, no, it will also act like, this will also do the transactions as well. So however we do the begin tran, right, to do commits and rollbacks, right?
Yes.
So whenever you perform instead of trigger, defaultly this begin tran will work. Okay, you no need to do, but defaultly begin tran will work, right? So now whenever you do insert operation, so it will maintain the data in MDF LDF inserted. Now it will fire the trigger, correct? It will fire the instead of trigger. Right now, see whatever data it is inserted, right? It is not committed, guys, because there is a transaction, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah. So when the transaction is there, until unless you go and commit it, the changes won't permanently sit it in the it won't fix. I mean, until unless you go and commit it, it won't commit the changes in the MDF file, correct? And
Yeah.
if you roll back it, automatically it will get ignored, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah. So now when you fire when it will fire the trigger, no, what it will do is it will check this condition, whether it is a weekday or weekend. Now this is true condition, correct? So what? So if it is Saturday, Sunday, what I need to do? Whatever changes he made, I need to roll back it, correct?
Yes, sir.
Yes. So he performed the insert operation. Now my trigger is fired. Also there is a transaction. Now as it is a weekend, I need to roll back the change. The changes should not affect in my table. Okay. Understand?
Yes.
Yes. And I already told you, we need to send a notification to the user, because if we are not sending any notification or a message, right? So he'll keep on do the changes, right? Correct?
Yeah. Yes.
So that's why in SQL Server, there is a function called raise error function. Okay. Raise error function is very important. What is the purpose of this function is we can raise our own errors actually. We can raise, usually the SQL Server will give us the error messages, no, when we write something wrong. Now
Yes.
here we need to raise an error, because if they're doing something on weekend, so it's kind of wrong operation, right? So that's why we need to make like a error. We need to send an error message. So let me show you. Raise error. This is the function, guys. Raise error. To send manually an error message, we'll use this function. Okay. And the syntax for this one would be raise error message. We need to write here and 16,1. So this 16,1 kind of precision and scale. So this is always fixed actually. You no need to change this value. This is always fixed for raise error function. The only changes here is your message. Okay. Let me just put it in a comment. This syntax. Raise error, comma. So what I need to send a message to the user. You cannot perform DML operation on weekends, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, understand?
Yeah.
Okay, so now let me tell you one thing. See, instead of raising an error, right, we can also print a message actually. Okay, the same message whatever I have written, right? For the user, we can print this message also. But the problem with the printing is, see, when you print something, it will go and put it in the messages, correct?
Yeah.
And what I need to do, the user, I need to set an alert saying that you should not do any operations. When you go for a raise error function, it will throw like a error actually. Okay.
Yes.
So when you feel it is an error, you won't do it again, right? Correct.
Yes. Yes.
But whereas print, what it will do, it will just print like a message. Okay.
Correct.
So it's not an alert. See, correct.
Yeah.
But when you execute, when this raise error will throw an error, right? It will also print it in messages. Okay, kind of in red color, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah. Understand?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So now this is fine, right? If it is a weekend, so we are rollbacking the changes, whatever they do. Yes. Also, we are raising an error. Now, what I said in the weekday, one more operation. We also need to maintain that data, correct?
Help. Help.
No, whatever they are inserting, right? We also need to maintain that data.
Audit table.
Audit.
Audit
Yeah.
table.
Or in audit table.
Yes, correct. So now let me write an insert statement here. Insert. I think, can I copy that from my insert trigger here? This one?
Yeah.
Okay. Copy and I will put it over here. Okay. Is that fine?
Yeah.
Now let's go for weekend. Sorry, weekdays. So can I put directly else?
Yes.
This would be fine, right?
Yeah.
Or you can put one more if also, no issues. Okay, that is also fine. Now you can say like begin and end. Okay. Now let me go here and copy the same information. Okay, but so what could be the messages here? So in the first case, right, in the weekday case, sorry, weekend case, does the record is inserted really? No, right? So we roll back it, correct? So what should be the message here? So can I say like user trying to insert this record on weekday or weekend, correct?
Yeah.
See, I need to capture the information what is trying to insert. Okay.
Yes,
But it should be a different action, right? If I
Yes.
keep new record inserted, so basically it is not inserted. We roll back it already, right?
Yes.
Are you getting it?
Yeah.
There should be a different action, no?
But that rollback data, is it necessary to track it in the record?
Which one?
The rollback data.
Yeah, definitely. See, that's what I said. When you do some transaction in the ATM, and if it get fails, still your entry means what? You are trying to access it, correct? That entry will be there with the bank. Okay. But the changes, whatever you are trying to do, that will not be there, correct? They will try to roll back it. Okay. Yeah. So that's how it will be. Now, in the case of in the case of else, so we are inserting the data. Also, we need to end it. Okay. And here, one thing you need to do is, see, as I told you, defaultly the transaction is happening, correct? Correct? Yeah. So now when I'm performing an insert operation on weekday, okay, so it should go to the else condition. And whenever it is going to else condition, as I said, until unless you go and commit, okay, until unless you go and commit, the changes won't reflect in the main table. Okay, so let me create this trigger and I'll show you what is the problem here and what other logic we need to add. So I created the trigger. Okay, now let's go and insert some data into it. Can you please mute? Okay, let's try to insert some data into my table. Now this is on weekend, right? So let me select star from employee underscore department. Okay, now I'll go and insert some data. Today is anyway Saturday, right? So the record should not insert, correct? Should roll back the changes. So let's say 200 and June and then some salary, then department. Let's see what is going to happen. I'm going to execute it. See, it is saying that you cannot perform DML operations on weekends. Yes. And one row is affected. Why one row is affected?
Audit table.
In the
Audit
audit
table.
table.
That record will went it into the audit table. Okay.
Yeah.
But we'll also see whether the record is there in the main table or not, and what is the record it is stored in the audit. Okay. And it is throwing an error for us. And also it is saying that the transaction ended in the trigger, the batch has been aborted. Okay, kind of it is a error message. So you can easily understand that there is a transaction inside this defaultly, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah. So now you see, if I go and drag this one little bit up. Okay, can you see if there is a record in this or not? See, 200, it is not here, correct? In the main table.
It is not there.
Because the rollback, it is rollback the changes, correct?
Yes.
And whereas here in
We
my
have
audit, I'm able to maintain that information. Yes. And what is the action here?
user trying to insert the record on weekend. Record in weekend.
On weekend, right? Okay, correct. So that now if I come back in the week, and I mean Monday, and I can see who is trying to access that table, or who is trying to perform some email operations on top of the table, correct? And what record is they are trying to insert. Getting it? Yeah. And let's try on the weekday. Okay, so weekday means definitely I need to change my date, correct?
Yes.
So let me go and change my date here. Are you getting it, everyone?
Yes.
Yeah.
Let me know if you need clarifications. So set automatically. Yeah? No. Change. Let me put yesterday date. Okay. And change it. Now it is yesterday date. Correct? Friday. Okay.
Okay.
Now let's perform an insert operation 201, and we'll see what exactly will happen. So 30,000 and support. I'm executing this. So it is saying that one row is affected, one row is affected. Okay.
Main table and the audit table.
Let's see if I'm going and executing this in the main table. Do you have that record?
No, sir.
And what about in this?
It is there in audit table only.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it means that, as I said, when the transaction is happening inside. Okay.
Yes.
So initially the record will get inserted into the main table. That's why it is showing one row affected, correct?
Yes.
So, but once this transaction, I mean this trigger, it is getting ended, right? So the transaction is ended, and you did not say like whether it is commit or rollback, right?
Yes.
So defaultly what it will do, it will roll back that change because you are not committed it, right?
Yeah.
Are you getting it?
Yeah.
So when there is a transaction, must and should you need to do the commit if you need that change permanently in the MDF file.
So defaultly it will take rollback if we are not.
Defaultly it is taking rollback. Okay. But usually if there is no transaction, what will happen? It's a auto commit, correct?
Yeah.
Yes or no? The changes will fix in the MDF file, correct?
Yeah.
Yes. So now what is the one thing you need to do in the audit table is, sorry, in the else condition is, okay?
Commit it.
Yes, we need to write a commit statement for this insert. Okay, that's the one thing. Can you please mute? There are a lot of disturbance. Okay, so now before this inserting the data into audit table now in the else, so what you need to do is insert into your employee underscore department table. Okay, yes, and select star from
Insert.
were inserted, because that record will be there in the inserted. Correct?
Yes.
Yes or no?
Yes.
When you perform something into the main table, definitely that will be there in the magic table also. Correct?
Yes.
Yes. Now, once the transaction is ended, after that it will get dropped. But before that, the record is there in the inserted. Correct? Now you need to write commit this statement. See, this insert plus select is there. No, that statement I need to commit it. Okay. So don't think it will again insert the data. No, it's not like that. Whatever insert we performed the outside, right? This one, that will get committed. Understand?
Yeah.
Okay. And see here, you cannot put like insert into table name that 201 Nakul, that is a support. Correct? Because these values we are passing outside. Okay. The same records you cannot take it inside by hard coding. Correct? It has to get it dynamically from the magic table. So that's why I have taken a magic table here. Select star from inserted, insert into this. These both the statements are a single statement only, right?
Yes.
So selecting the data and putting it into the table. So here basically it won't keep the data. What it will do, the above statement will get committed. Okay, the above statement will get committed, which means that this change whatever you are inserting, right? I mean whatever record you are inserting, no, that will permanently set it in the MDF file. Are you clear? Yeah. So earlier what
This
I
one
said
you are
is,
doing for weekday only, right?
yes, for weekday. See here, you cannot put like this, insert into my table name and then value and commit, because in the future if some other record will come, you cannot keep on sit and edit the trigger, right? You cannot change the values every time. Correct? It
Yes.
should automatically come. Yes or no?
Yes.
So that's why I'm just bringing the data from my inserted. Anyway, inserted table have that record, no? Correct? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Inserted table have that record, and I'm writing insert into table name and select star from this, and I'm committing that change, whatever I'm doing. Okay, let's try this. Let's alter this, trigger, and we'll see what will happen in the weekday. Okay, so I have executed, and let's do now this. Okay, it is saying that one row, why it is 4 times. Okay, I think there are a lot of triggers in it. No, correct?
Yes.
There are other triggers, right? So that's why it is
Disable.
executing those many times. I'll just go and disable it. Right click and disable, and right click and disable, right click and disable. Now only one trigger is there for us. Okay. Yeah. So now let me pass a different record here. How can you see? One row is affected, one row is affected. Now it is saying that the transaction is ended in the trigger, the batch has been aborted. So why it is giving every time in both the cases, like rollback and in your commit, right? Because the transaction is really, it is going to end now after the trigger. Correct?
Yes, sir.
So that is what it is trying to convey to us. Okay. Now let's see whether this change will be there in both the tables or not. Can you see now? This record is there in the main table. Also, it is maintained in the audit also. Are you clear?
Yes, sir.
Everyone. Okay, let me know if you have any questions. Now here, what is meant by instead of trigger? Instead of means instead of insert something else to work, correct? Yes or no? Instead of insert, something other logic should work. Now here, if you see, instead of inserting the data into the main table, so it is what it is doing, it is rollbacking the changes and it is raising an error, correct?
Correct. Yes.
That is what instead of insert means. Okay, understand?
Yes, sir.
Okay, in the other end, it will perform the normal trigger. Okay, clear? Yeah. Let me know if you have any questions on it. I can explain. Anyone?
Sir, instead of trigger, defaultly begin transaction have. Defaultly.
Yes. In only instead of trigger, defaultly this begin and end, begin transaction will work. See, that's why it is not commit that change now until unless I go and put this command.
Yeah.
And also while executing it, it is saying that the transaction is ended, which means that the transaction is started, right? Begin,
Yes.
right? Yeah.
Yes.
And I did not put anywhere here begin plan.
Yes. Correct.
That's the default behavior in this instead of trigger.
Sir, in case
While
of
inserting, if you give a begin run again,
Sorry, why?
while inserting to main table, not here, not in this trigger. While
Mhm.
inserting new, use begin run.
Here,
Yes.
like this.
Yes.
Okay. Now what do you want me to put? Tell me. Should I execute this?
Any new record?
Okay.
Because already transaction is happening in the trigger. Na?
Yeah. Can you see one row is affected, one row is affected. Okay. But here it is saying that transaction is ended in the begin trigger, the batch has been aborted. Let's try rollback in the outside. Okay. See, the rollback is not happening because even though you are trying to do this begin tran, the batch after the execution, the trigger is ended, right? Automatically the transaction will also get ended defaultly. See, when usually when you begin tran, right, you can able to roll back it, correct?
Yes.
But in this case, I'm not able to. Reason, after the
Already
trigger,
done.
executing trigger, it's defaultly ended that transaction. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's why before ending itself, either you need to
But
roll
this
back
is
it.
weekday, right?
Sorry. Yeah. This is weekday.
So then it has to accept, right, as per our condition.
What?
The entry of the data.
It is
Change it.
accepting.
It's accepting, bro.
It is accepting. See, 203 is there here and there. Okay.
Uh-huh.
But when I'm rollbacking, see here, he wants me to do begin tran. Usually when you do begin tran, what will happen in normal trigger or in your normal case, when you do rollback, the changes will roll back, correct?
Correct.
But now the rollback is not working after this begin tran because here once the trigger is executed, the transaction will end. Okay. And the rollback is not working now. See, because the
It means in
transaction is
weekdays
done.
it is auto commit. Sir.
Yes. No, not auto commit. It is auto ending of the transaction. Okay.
Yeah, it means auto commit only, na? In weekdays.
No, it's not auto commit. We are committing it. See, we are committing it.
Yes,
See,
sir. This
let me show.
logic in backend only, na?
No, it's not backend. We are putting this command. No. See, for an example, if this command is not there, what exactly it will do? No, when you go and execute this.
Back.
Yeah, when you go and execute this, the transaction will start. Okay. And it will insert the data into the table and it will go to this else condition because today is weekday according to the system date, and it will check whether there is a commit is there or not. as there is no commit, it will defaultly roll back the change, okay, and insert the data into the audit. Okay.
So I am telling outside begin run, sir. This
Outside begin
37th
run?
line. We use the extra begin run. Na?
Mm.
For this begin run, it is auto commit. Means we
Auto
can't
commit.
roll back on.
No, let's see. Let's change the date and we'll see whether it is auto commit or not. Okay. See, if it is auto commit, the rollback should not happen, correct? So let's see. I'll change the date. Okay. I'm using begin tran only and I'm inserting this. See, is it auto commit? No, it's not auto commit. See, even if you manually put the begin tran, right? Okay, the behavior of instead of trigger is same. There is no changes because already the transaction is defaultly getting started there. Okay, there is no difference if you put manual begin tran. Clear?
Okay.
Yeah. Any other questions? Anyone have doubt on this insert, select and commit?
Sir, one doubt I have.
Yes, tell me.
In the else condition, like why we are inserting that record? Since we are I mean, in our transaction, we are inserting that. If we just put commit only, will that affect?
Where here below?
No, in the else condition, like here you inserted in 23rd
Okay,
line.
you mean to say if we simply commit
Yeah.
instead of that, let's try that. Okay. So what is saying is instead of keeping that insert command again committing. So why can't we put directly commit and then execute? Let's try this. Okay. 204. Okay. So okay, it is weekend, right? I think I need to change the date. Can you see only one row affected? I'll go and check in both my audit and your main table. It's 204. It's not there here. Whereas in my audit, I do have that record. Okay. So which means, does the commit is working?
No, sir. Commit is not open.
So you have to tell to the SQL server what you are trying to commit. Okay. What command you are trying to commit. You need to tell whether it is update or delete or insert. Are you clear? Hello. Are you clear?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
Next.
Sir,
Yes, tell me.
in else, don't keep the commit, but outside we begin the tran and commit. Then it will work or not.
Sorry, you mean to say in the outside you are trying to roll back and commit? See, the problem is, as I said, when you execute this, right? After the firing the trigger, the transaction is going to end it, right?
Yes, sir.
Now outside you are trying to roll back or commit, right? There won't be use for it because already the transaction is ended over there. And this won't work. This rollback and commit, right? Outside it won't work. Understand?
Instead of trigger, we can't manually roll back.
Yes, correct. It will be done inside that before, I mean inside that trigger itself, because once the trigger is done, the transaction will get ended. So after that you cannot do anything, right?
Okay.
Yeah. Next. Any other questions? Anyone? It's a bit important. Let me know if you have any questions.
Sir, here line number 41, sir.
Mm-hmm.
You have inserted na servant data.
Correct.
After that, you are going to use line number 23, insert into employee department and commit. Okay, sir. In line number 28, again one like new record is inserted, right, sir?
Correct. Correct. Correct.
Which one is going to settle down, sir, in our database?
So
Line number
yeah,
one.
this line number, this command is there, no?
Yes, sir.
This will go and sits in the main table, and see, let me show you. Outside you are doing this, correct?
Yes, sir.
When you do this outside, so and the trigger will fire, so defaultly your transaction will begin, correct?
Yes, sir.
Now when the transaction is begin, whatever changes you do, it will be not permanent. It's a temporary change in the table. The changes will be there in the table, but temporarily, not permanently, because transaction is there, no?
Mm-hmm.
And you did not mention like whether it is commit or rollback, right?
Okay, sir.
So now when it is going to else condition, okay, so I'm telling to the SQL server, please, whatever insert statement I'm performing, can you commit that change? Can you commit that change? Okay. So now don't think that it will reinsert one more record and commit. No. Whatever record is inserted there, okay,
Yes.
that will get commit.
Okay.
It's just a command we are giving to the commit. That's it. We are basically not inserting the record again.
Okay.
Because already it is inserted temporarily, right?
Yes, sir.
What this commit will do is it will make this record is permanent. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
Understand?
Okay, sir.
Yeah. And when it is going to the weekend, then what it will do? Whatever changes you do, these temporary changes. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So what it will do when you go to the weekend, it will roll back that change.
Mm-hmm.
Which means in the table, whatever temporarily inserted, that will get removed. Correct?
Okay.
Now it will raise the error, and see, when you roll back, the data will be there in your inserted. Only rollback will happen to your main table.
Main table, not audit.
Okay. So that's why it is getting the data from the inserted to your audit.
Okay.
Yes. Now, once the trigger is done, your
Mhm.
transaction will automatically get end.
Mm-hmm.
End transaction. So once the transaction is ended, right, you cannot commit or roll back. It's not possible. Okay. Just a second. Yeah, sorry. You got it?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Any other questions? Any other questions? Okay. Now, do you remember that, I mean, so when this demonetization comes, okay, when you go to ATM, they will allow us to withdraw only 2,000 rupees initially, correct?
Yes,
Yes.
And when you are trying to do more than that, we'll get an error message, right? So you cannot withdraw more than that, correct?
Yes.
Yes. In such a case, we can take an example of trigger. So you can just put here, if the salary is, in between or equals to 2,000, sorry, not 2,000, not 2,000, then roll back it. Okay. Roll back means whatever you're trying to withdraw, it will abort that operation and it will raise an error saying that you cannot withdraw more than 2,000. Correct?
Yeah.
But that will maintain in the audit. And else case means what? Less than 2,000, right?
Yes.
The above case is
More than
salary.
2,000.
No. It is greater than 2,000. If it is greater than 2,000, we should not allow them to take. Correct?
Okay. Okay.
If it is less than 200, then take it. I'm going to allow you to do the transaction.
Okay. Okay.
Can you able to relate that?
yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes,
So this will mainly help us in that applications, okay, that ATM missions or any alert settings, okay. So in such cases, this trigger will help us actually. This instead of trigger mainly. Getting it?
Yeah.
Yeah. And in interview point of view, this raise error function will be very important. They'll ask like, so is there any function to, defaultly send a message or, some raise a manual message, not by the system, but by us, but by the developer or user. So we have a raise error function, and you do remember when you write this function, right? It is not rise and then error. That is different. It should be rise error. This e should be only one time. Do remember it. Okay.
Yeah.
And the syntax would be rise error message 16,1. This 16,1 basically act like precision and scale, and this is fixed always. You don't need to worry about it. Okay. Only the message is going to change whatever you want. And this raise error function, not only within the trigger, but outside also you can write it. Okay. When you write some normal if else conditions, right? There also you can put a raise error message. No issues. Okay. Understand?
Yes.
This function will help us to raise the. This will help us to raise the error manually. Correct? Very important. Huh? Yeah. Any other questions?
So is this message error 16,1 is like how we have date functions 1041?
Yes, kind of. Yeah. Okay. Now tell me what in the case of update. Okay, let me talk to you. So everyone is understand, right? There is no questions. I'll ask a particular person. That's what I'm asking. Can I ask? Hello?
Yeah. Yes.
Srinivas M. Srinivas M. Are you there?
Hello, yes, sir.
So what I'm saying is, in case of update, okay, in case of update, what are the changes I need to do over here? Tell me. Maybe delete you can take, not update, go for a delete. What changes I need to tell me?
Deleting.
Yeah, whenever I'm deleting on weekend, I should not do. Okay, for that, tell me the logic.
So that the date part will be same, sir, and the
Yeah,
begin rollback
okay.
also same.
Okay.
Then rise error. This is also same, sir.
Yes, this is also same, because when I put DML, all insert, delete, update will cover, correct?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Or if you
And
need specifically mention what operation, then mention the delete here. Okay. Yeah. Next.
delete into.
So can I keep here?
Yes, from
It's not
delete.
delete into, insert into no. Okay.
Oh, yes, sir.
Is insert into. What about this?
Deleted.
Deleted. And what could be the message here? User is trying to
Delete
this record on weekend, correct?
Yes.
Correct?
Yes.
Now, what else in the case of this one? I think here it is fine. And this is instead of delete, no? Yeah. And it should be create. And tell me the else case. Okay, let me ask somebody else. Subhash, can you tell me the else case, please, here for update? First of all, let me modify. This is same, right?
Yeah.
Record is deleted, right? Subhash, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Can you tell me this condition? What exactly I need to put this condition? Let's say I'm deleting like this. Okay. Delete from delete from employee underscore department where employee equals to 1, let's say. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Now how will you delete? How will you write a statement here to do this? I mean this commit. See, basically the delete statement we need to commit, correct?
Yes, sir.
But I should not directly keep this hard-coded value like this, correct?
Yes,
It
sir.
should be dynamic, right? How do you get that dynamic employee ID? Dynamically, how will you get the employee? Are you getting it?
Yes,
What I'm trying
yes,
to?
sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Basically, the whatever deleting we are doing, the same statement we need to commit it here, correct?
Yes, sir.
But the only problem is I should not hard code here a value. How will you get this value? From where do you get this value? Okay. When you delete this record, where exactly it will get stored in the backend?
Deleted magic table.
Deleted magic table. Okay. Can
Yes,
I
sir.
get that record from the deleted magic table, that employee ID?
Yes, sir.
We can, right?
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
Now in this case, what I will do, after begin, I'm going to declare a variable. We can declare it, guys. Okay. In the triggers, right? After begin, if you want any variables, you can declare it. Employee ID integer. Okay. And if I need value in this, what I will do, set @ employee ID equals to. Okay. Now I can get a employee ID from my deleted, right? What query I need to write here?
Select employee ID from
Select. As I said, when you write a select, you need to put the bracket, right? Employee ID from
Deleted.
can I write like this? Now whatever record, anyway it will be one record at a time, right?
Yeah.
So this one will be stored over here, right? Can I keep employee ID equals to @ employee ID? Yeah. Or you can
like
put
I
this
have
complete.
like if you try, I'm just want to figure whether I'm wrong or correct. I'm not sure. Like instead of employee ID equal to, if you put star, means it can pick whatever the.
No, but if you put star here, no. The problem here is all the columns will come into the picture, correct? But my variable value can store single value at it, right?
Okay.
So only you have to take one column at a time.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. So now one is stored over here, you can put the value. Or else you can do one thing, instead of creating this, all the variables, everything, right? You can directly keep this select query here also. This is called as subquery. Okay. Subquery we'll discuss later anyway. Okay. So instead of variable, right, you can directly call like this. Okay. But as we haven't discussed the subquery, I went with this, approach. Is that fine?
Yeah.
Yeah. So now this is dynamic, no? So whatever you delete, it will be there in the deleted, and it will get captured that employee ID over here, and that statement will get committed. So when it is commit, what? Commit means what? So it will permanently delete the data, correct? Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
There is a problem with the end. I think I have forgot to take one more end here. Okay, let's delete it. So now today is weekday or weekday, right? So when it is weekday, what should happen? The data should get removed permanently in my table, correct?
Yes.
Also, it should maintain in my order, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, one row affected and one row affected. You see, first record is not there in the main table because it got deleted, right? As there is a commit, so it is removed permanently, right? And when you go down, that record is maintained, record is deleted. Okay, understand?
Yeah. Yeah.
Now if you need to know on what day he is deleted, what we can do, tell me. I want to know on what day he is deleted.
Get date. After record is deleted.
No, in
on
the get
Yeah,
date
in the action, I need to
mentioning
represent like
record
record
is deleted on
Thursday
get
or
date.
Wednesday, something like that. What should I do?
On
On
date name.
get date.
you have to put plus here, correct?
Yes. Yeah.
You have to concatenate date name of DW comma get date, because date part will give us an integer, but we need a character, no? Correct? Date name will give us what?
Character.
Character, correct?
Yeah.
So DW means whether it is Thursday or Friday, whatever it is, it will give us, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Now let me alter it and see. Even above case also, instead of weekend, we can put whether it is Saturday or Sunday also, no issues. Okay, I altered it and I'm going to delete something too. Okay, the transaction is ended. I think, yeah, let's see. Let's go and check in my audit. Okay, record not there in the first table. See, okay. When you go down, record is deleted on. Okay. Can you see this? Record is deleted on Friday. Okay.
But date we are not getting. For
And
example,
we don't want. If you need the date, right? Directly you need to put get date. Okay. But get date will give us a date time, right?
Correct.
Will it compatible? Character plus date time will compatible?
No.
No. If you need the date, what you need to do?
You can cache it.
Yes. You need to convert that into varchar, that date.
Okay.
Okay. So meaning, so you can put convert of varchar of 100 comma get date.
Close the bracket. After
Okay. I think one more bracket. Huh?
where
After 100, we should close the bracket.
After 100.
after 100.
Remove
one bracket I have to remove. Understand?
Yes.
So
Yeah.
date also will come and sit over there. Clear?
Yeah.
Now this will give us date and time both, correct?
Correct.
Now if I need only date, I don't want time, then from date time to date, I have to make what you need to do. What you can do is simply convert this get date to date. That's it. Okay. So
yes.
let me write it over here. So first, get date will give us date time. Yes or no?
Yes.
Now what I'm doing is using convert function. Using convert function, I'm converting into date first. Okay.
Okay.
Now again using one more convert, I'm converting into var.
Yeah.
At last, I'm concatenating. Correct?
Yeah.
Plus means concatenating only. See, that's what I'm doing. And if you want, I can show you. But let's say there is a space I give between this on Thursday and this one, right? I'll just give one space. Okay, one space gap. Okay, let's see what will happen.
One more end.
And I'm going to delete the record 3. If you go and check in your audit, anyway, in the main table, it won't be there. Okay. And if you go and check the audit, can you see?
Okay.
So if you need the time as well, then
Date.
To convert.
so remove this convert. Okay. So obviously you'll get the timing as well. Anyway, time is there or here, date also we do have. So I don't think so date is required again in the action. Correct?
Yes.
Anyway, we have a date column, right?
Yeah.
So again, why do you require a date over there?
Correct.
Yeah, but Thursday, Friday, it is required for us, because again, you cannot go and check that what day it is, right?
Yes.
I hope everyone understand this.
Yes, we understood.
Sir,
Yes.
here in the 39 line, we use delete 39.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
We use it to delete EID column.
EID column, correct.
What if we use ename?
Yes, very good question. So what if in case of ename, will it get captured?
Yes, sir. No,
What
sir.
if in the
query
case
we
of
use the
ename?
EID.
Let me try to delete ename, and we'll see whether this trigger will fire and whether it will capture the data. Okay. So I'll go and delete ename. Maybe I'll just put it like, let's say Ajay. One record is deleted, one row is affected. Okay, let's see what is happening. Now, can you see Ajay is there in the main table?
No, sir.
No. And we can go and check in the end. Does it maintained over here?
Yes.
It is maintained. Okay, see what is happening is, whenever I am deleting this Ajay, okay,
Yes,
so
sir.
the entire record will get deleted, correct?
Yes.
So what is the Ajay, employee ID 101 and Ajay and his salary and then support, correct?
Yes.
This record will be there in the deleted. Am I right?
Yes.
And in the above condition, what I have written here, so get the employee ID from the deleted. In my deleted table, do I have the employee ID for that Ajay name or not?
Yes, sir.
It will be there, no?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
So obviously that one not will get stored over here, and that will get committed, that record. Okay, so it doesn't matter what column, on what column basis you are trying to delete. Okay, because anyway we are taking the distinct ID here. So when you delete a name, right, it won't delete only name, the entire record will get deleted, correct?
Yes, sir.
Understand?
Yeah.
Understand.
Yeah. So you can use any column to delete, still my trigger will fire, no issues. Clear?
Yes, sir. It's good.
Yeah.
Sir, suppose the table contain multiple Ajay rows.
Okay. Let's see. I think there are 2 Nagarajas here, right? Let's see what will happen in that case.
What will get deleted?
Records will be deleted, I think.
Let's see. Okay, subquery return more than one value. This is not permitted and the follows. Okay. So let me tell you the problem. See, now it will delete how many rows? 2 rows, correct?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
When it is deleting 2 rows, my deleted table maintain 2 rows at a time. Okay.
Yeah.
My deleted table will maintain 2 rows at a time. Okay. So now in that case, so when I do select ID from table name, how many rows I'll get?
Only one.
No.
You will get here two.
You get two, sir, but in
We will get 2, correct?
You have to use
2
in-
times I'll get employee ID, right? 101 and 101, let's say, right?
You can
But
use in
will my variable will accept both the rows?
no,
I do not accept.
one.
Definitely it will not accept. Correct?
Absolutely one man.
Yes, sir.
Yes, definitely it will not accept. Okay. So in that case, if there are multiple rows, okay, and if I want to delete in that case also, let me show you the logic for that. I will not declare any variables. Let me copy this select query completely. And also you should not put equals to, it is in, guys.
use a
Okay, in and your select query. Now what will happen? See, your select query will give 2 rows, right? Correct. Here 102 will get represent 2 times. Correct.
Yes.
Now here in operator you are doing. In means what? Multiple rows it will accept. Correct.
Yes.
So it will gonna delete that record. It won't throw any error. Let me show you. See, this is a subquery. Okay, so I'll explain to you anyway. Don't worry. And this will be understandable. There is no big deal to understand there. So see, 2 rows defected and 2 rows are affected in the in your audit, correct? So definitely 2 needs to be maintained, no, correct?
Yeah.
Even though it is duplicate, that's fine, but I need to know, right?
Yes.
Correct. Yeah, see how this subquery will work means, okay, first always inner, see there is a outer query and there is a inner query, correct? So here this inner query will work first. Now what it will return as 102 comma 102, 2 rows it will return for us, okay? And this will be a normal where class, right, with the in operator, right? This is how it will work, okay? And don't worry, when I'm explaining the subquery again, I'll come back to this point. I'll explain.
In declare also we can give like this, sir.
No,
EID.
in declare when you give rate of ID in, no, still it
Yes,
will throw
sir.
an error because my variable will accept only one row at a time, not multiple rows. You try it, it will throw an error. Okay. Yeah. So now, so variable will help us to store a single value. Only in such cases we can go for variables. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Otherwise, we should go for this subquery. Clear? And what if in the case of update? Can anyone tell me?
Will replace
We have to mention both.
delete in the delete place will replace with update.
Yes. So here what you need to do, we need to put insert and delete both, correct?
Yes, sir.
And we need to mention both, like what inserted, what is updated. Correct?
Yes,
Yes.
sir.
And rollback, eraser, both are same. No changes. And how do you get update statement here?
One more insert after this.
Sorry.
Sorry?
Insert into employee department.
No, this is fine. This is fine. But update means normal update on it, right?
There also one more insert statement. Insert into employee department table.
No, not required. See, when you
Update
write
table
update
name.
statement, when you go to the update directly, you can write like update my table name.
Deleted and inserted.
Okay. Set. Let's say they are trying to update employee name. Okay. Now you get the employee name from the variable. Set a declare a variable what they are trying to update and get that column name over here at the rate of employee name. Yeah. And it will gonna update all the rows, right? In this case, if I need to update a single row, then where employee equals to at the rate of employee. How many variables are required in this case?
Two variables.
Two variables. You need to do declare two variables, and from where we need to get these records, this employee ID and employee name.
From inserted and deleted magic table.
Will it be from the inserted or deleted?
Deleted.
Deleted.
Deleted. Exactly. The old record we need, right, to update.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly. From the deleted, you need to get the employee name and employee ID, and update. Write an update statement with, like this, and commit it.
Okay.
Clear?
Yeah.
So whatever you are written, it will be static, right? It's not dynamic.
Why?
Because like, see, like sometimes like we can't update only e-name, right? Every time.
Yeah.
We might
So
update
that
something
case,
else.
yes. In that case, go for employee salary equals to all the columns. You can put it over here. Okay. Employee and department name equals to at the rate of department. Okay. So in this case, what it will do, no, whatever changes you do, okay, anyway, the entire record will get deleted, correct?
Yes, sir.
And that will be maintained in the deleted table, right?
Yes, sir.
And the old employee name, employee salary, department, everything will be there in the deleted, and that will get captured. Okay, let me show you. I think there are some points I need to tell you for update. Let's do that. Okay. You are able to follow, no, everyone? The insert and delete is clear, no?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Please let me know if any doubts. Okay. Okay. In case of update, so this is fine. And yes, in this case, what you need to do in case of rollback, so delete also will come into the picture as well as
Insert.
insert also. Okay. And it is inserted. What could be the actions? Tell me. What could be the action?
User trying to the record while updating.
So user is trying to
Delete the old record.
Old record.
delete the old record.
Old
So
record.
we can understand it, right? When it is saying old, obviously it's an update, right?
Yes.
Yes.
And user is trying to
Update.
update the new record. Understand?
Yeah.
So we can understand this is a updated record, right?
Yes.
Okay. Now when you go below here, so let me declare variables. You need to definitely declare variables in this case. Okay. Declare @name varchar of 100. Then @department name. This is also varchar of 100. @rate of
EID.
what?
EID.
Okay. @EID. I don't think so. EID will get updated because mostly it will be identity. Okay. Okay. We cannot update it, right? So let it be department name, salary, and employee name. Now, how do you get the values into it? @employee name equals to
Name. E-name.
select
E-name
from
from deleted.
Deleted.
is it from deleted or inserted?
Inserted. Inserted. Sir.
So it's from deleted. Actually, we have to get that.
This
Deleted.
yes. I think I said wrong there. So
We have to
when
give
you
new
perform
name.
update operation, you need the new records, right?
Yeah.
So here you need to get it from inserted if you need new, correct? And we don't know on
Yes.
what column basis he updated, correct?
Yeah.
So copy and paste and again paste it. And here it will be department name and below it will be salary, correct? Now here I can put eSal. See, exact structure will be there in your magic tables. Okay, is that fine? Yes. Also we should get I think employee ID also
from deleted.
yes, because employee ID will not update, but at least it is required for where clause, correct? Yeah. So select ID from, so this can be anywhere. You can get it from deleted or inserted, it is fine because anyway it will not get updated, no? Understand? The employee ID is not going to update, right? So either you can get from inserted or deleted, it is fine, no issues. Everywhere it is same, right? Yeah. So now let's write an update statement here in place of delete. Yeah. So update my employee. So salary, department name, where I think this will work, correct? And am I missing something here? No. This will be fine, right? Yeah. So let's execute this. I think it should be create, not alter.
In the else condition, we have to put one more.
Yeah. Sorry. In else condition, we have to change this, no? Yeah. So here it should be all record is deleted, and then new record is updated. Okay. Are you clear? See, everything remains same. The only changes is insert and update magic tables, and then that updates. Okay. Now let's update something. Update employee underscore department set, and let me change some name. Okay. Where employee equals to 4. Okay. I think 4th record is there in my table, but before updating it, let me check. Okay, see here it is Sita. Yeah. So I'm changing it. Now one row is affected, one row is affected, one row is affected. Okay. So tell me, this is for what?
Main table.
No.
Delete, sir.
This is for
Deleted
what?
magic. For deleted table. Magic table. Deleted magic table.
No.
Deleted.
This first update, sorry, first one row affected is for what? Tell me.
Deleted.
No.
MDF, sir. Main file.
Yes. It's a update actually. Right? See, this is committing it, no? When it is going for else condition. See, this will run first, right?
Yes.
It will go to the else, guys. And this will run, this will commit this change. So one row affected, correct? Okay. See, the deletion insertion will happen in the back end, but obviously in the main table, it will show you one row affected. That's it. Okay. Now to maintain this deleted information one row, to maintain this inserted one more row, correct? This is from the deleted to magic, correct? Sorry, deleted to audit. And this is for
Inserted to audit.
inserted to audit, correct? Yeah. Now let me go and check my main table and audit table. And we'll see whether it is really updated or not. Okay, Sita, yeah, the name is updated, correct? Okay, yeah. And also even the salary department also will get updated, guys. But this will be anyway same, right?
Yes.
There is no changes in the salary, still it will get updated because see,
Mentioning all the time.
yeah, we had mentioned the logic like declare that variables and set the name and salary also. Okay, whether there is a change or not, we have to update it because we don't know what value they are going to update, correct? Yeah. So when they are updating ename, this will also get updated with old values, correct?
Yeah.
Yes. When you update department name and ename, then this will get updated with new, and this will get updated with old record.
Okay.
Are you getting it?
Yeah.
Yeah. And when you go to audit, now see 4 Katapa is there, and when you go here, see, I think it is sorted. Yeah, can you see this? 4 Sita, and it is old record is deleted, and 4 Katappa, it is a new record is updated.
Okay.
And my change also committed in the table. And if you are not keeping this update statement, okay, if you are not keeping this update statement, it won't commit. Okay, it will roll back.
Yes.
Understand?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now I have a question here. Can I ask?
Yes, sir.
So I said that when you perform DML operation and there is a trigger, it will fire the trigger automatically, correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
This is what I have mentioned, correct? Now I am performing an update. Okay.
Okay.
I'm performing an update and my trigger will fire now. And that too I'm performing on weekday. Right? So where it will go? It goes to else, correct?
Yes, sir.
And in else first, what it will execute first?
First update.
First update.
First update.
Correct?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Now this is also a DML operation. Am I correct?
Yes.
Yes.
Now when this DML operation is executing, my trigger should fire or not? Again, is my question is valid?
Yes.
Correct? See, outside I performed a update. Okay. And my trigger will fire. And my else condition is working. And else also I have a same update query, correct?
Yes, sir.
Correct?
Yes,
So
sir.
it means that it is updating the, I'm performing a DML, right? So what is the rule I said? When the update is, or any DML operation is working, immediately my trigger should fire, correct?
Yeah.
Now here the trigger should fire, and again it has to execute the whole logic of the trigger again, correct?
Yes.
And it will keep on go infinity, right?
Yes.
Yes or no? But is it going like that? It is executing like that?
No.
No, our transaction is ended. It's because of inside the trigger. Okay, inside the trigger, when you perform DML operations, your trigger will not fire for that DML operation. Okay. Inside the trigger, when you do DML operations, okay, in this case, trigger will not fire. Okay, if it is firing, no, what will happen? It will keep on go, right? When it is executing, if the trigger is fire, again it will go to above condition, then again it will come back to else, again update will work, again trigger will fire, again update, again trigger. So it will keep on go. It's a infinity loop, right? Yes or no?
Yes. Yes.
So that's the reason. So what Microsoft said that whenever you perform any DML operation inside the trigger, right? So your triggers will not fire. Only in outside when you do DMLs, such cases your trigger will fire. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. That is all about instead of trigger. Okay.
Okay.
Now what you can do instead of weekends, right? You can try with different logics. Okay. You can put some department, some salary, some any other conditions. Okay. So if these the condition, don't allow. If the other condition, then allow it. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. And when you put salary, let's say when you take a salary here, let's say, so what you need to do, no, get the salary into variable. Okay. Then it will be easy. Yeah. You can simply say at the rate of salary is greater than or equal to some 10,000, then roll back it. Understand? So instead of writing this select query, right? instead of writing like this, keeping in a variable, it is easy, no?
Yes.
Yeah. So put it in a variable, then call that variable wherever you want. This is the purpose of variable. See, it's very simple, right? When you keep the variable, I mean, when you store the value in the variable, we can reuse wherever we want. Correct? Yes or no? That's the purpose of a variable. Okay. Yeah, you try that with a different, conditions, and let me know if you have any doubts. Okay. I'll definitely help. Okay. I'm open for the questions. Anyone have any doubts? Please let me know. It's very, 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 very important, this instead of trigger.
Here, once we practice, only multiple questions will arise.
But you need to know the difference between your normal trigger and your instead of trigger. See, normal trigger will fire at any time. Okay. When you do any DML operation. But instead of trigger means instead of trigger means if the condition is true, then your trigger will not work normally. Otherwise, instead of that, what it will do? It will throw an error and roll back the changes. Correct? Yes or no?
Yeah.
So your instead of update is working in which condition? If or else? Instead of update, it mainly works where? In if condition or else condition?
Yes.
Else. No.
Both conditions.
No.
Both.
It mainly works on this actually. See, instead of update, what it is doing?
It's rollbacking.
It's rollbacking, right? It's not doing any update, no? But whereas in the else, what it is doing? It's updating. Okay. Yeah, this instead of work will mainly for the if condition. I mean, this condition. Clear? See what we discussed. Instead of means other than that, and other than update, what I need to do? Tell me. You need to go and roll back and raise the error. Okay. Else means what? Else means not this case. Okay. Yeah. So it has to update it. Okay. Yeah. Understand?
Yes.
Yeah.
Got it.
Any questions?
Right now, no.
Everyone? No questions? Please respond. Okay. If you have any queries, let me know. I can ready to clarify. Okay. I'll just format it. Okay. Then you can write down. Create an instead of trigger. Oh, sorry. Create an instead of insert trigger.
We need definition.
Definition. I think definition, what I can say instead of, yeah, maybe you can write in this way. So instead of trigger, can you put a side heading below that? When we perform any DML operations, in case of instead of trigger, when we perform any DML operation in case of DML triggers, if we perform any DML operation in case of instead of trigger, if the condition true, if the given condition is true, if the given condition is true, then we will restrict them to perform that DML operation. If the given condition is true, then we will restrict them to perform DML operation using instead of trigger, using instead of trigger. Meanwhile, we'll also roll back those changes and will raise some errors. Next point, if the condition is false, then we'll commit those changes if the condition is false. We'll commit those changes and maintain the audit info. We'll commit the changes and maintain the audit info. In the brackets for both true and false conditions. Maintain yes. Yeah. And maintain the audit info in brackets for both true and false conditions. If you want, you can put one more else if conditions. Okay, in that case also, if you want to roll back, you can put that. Okay, but I'm pretty much sure only if else is more than enough for us. Okay, endukante either commit or rollback will come. Correct? Yes or no? Either commit or rollback will come. If you go for else if conditions, right? So obviously you have to put either of the condition, either rollback or commit. Okay, so if else is more than enough actually for us. Okay, can you create an instead of trigger? Question. Can you create an instead of trigger? And instead of insert trigger? To avoid DML operations on weekends. Okay. To avoid DML operations on weekends. If I need to, okay. See, if I need all the triggers in one trigger means that if exist condition will come. Okay, that's it.
Yes.
Everything remains same. The only thing is here, if exist conditions will put for insert, update, delete separately. Okay. Yeah. Can you please write down this? Create this trigger, please. Yeah, create this.
Sir,
ఏం శివరాజ్?
అదే అది 16 కామౌండ్ ఉంది కదా,
ఆహా.
మ్యూట్లో ఉన్నారు సార్.
ఏమది 16,1?
అది ఏమంత అడుగుతా అనుకుంటా.
అది ఏం లేదు, మనకి గెట్ డేట్ ఫంక్షన్స్
ಪ್ರಿಸಿಷನ್ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಒಂದು ಸ್ಕೇಲಾರ್ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ
ఏంటి పవన్?
ಅದು 16 ಬಂದು ಪ್ರಿಸಿಷನ್ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ, 1 ಬಂದು ಲೆಂತ್, ಇದು ಲೆಂತ್ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ.
అది మనం గుర్తు పెట్టుకోవాలి.
ప్రిసిషన్ అండ్ లెంత్ వాల్యూ,
దట్ ఈస్ కామన్, జస్ట్ లైక్ డేట్ ఫంక్షన్స్.
సార్ What is that actually means 16 comma 1 means?
It's kind of precision scale we used to call.
Precision scale.
Yeah, this kind of precision and scale, and this is fixed. I don't know why they gave this. Maybe it will help us to raise that error. Actually, that's why they have kept like that.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I am also 100% not sure.
Okay.
Is that done?
No, not yet.
Okay. So I put one status yesterday night. It's regarding a opening. I think some of the 20th batch people also replied. It is for the old people, okay? Because still store poses user defined functions are yet to complete, right? That is more important actually. Okay. So meaning you are not eligible for this position.
Yesterday regarding recording, I noticed there was no recording for triggers.
Upload it yesterday night.
Uploaded, Prakash.
At what time?
Around 9:30.
No, I checked at the time.
Let me check. Upload it. So it was uploaded. You can check.
Prakash, it is there.
System defined views, if else conditions, and convention functions. That's it.
42.
42 is there, no? All triggers.
Yes, sir.
For me, it's
There.
reflecting. Let me share my. Sorry, I'm just sharing the screenshot.
You can just refresh it once again, please. Or close the browser and reopen it.
Yes, sure.
Is it done? Trigger?
Okay.
Still you are writing? Okay.
In declaring variables, we have to declare before that as command or no?
Yes, before begin, you have to declare that variables.
After as.
Yes, before as, sorry, after as, before begin.
Vinod, you have uploaded into the new link only, right?
Yes, yes.
For me, it's reflecting down 38 and 50.
What about others?
Right, that's
Yes, sir.
So you do one thing, you log out and then log in.
Okay, okay.
Sir, 42 is there, no 43 is not there, sir. Class record.
43 is today.
43 today only I created. Okay.
Sir.
After the class, I need to upload. I just created that. Okay. Is it done?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Already 22 people are left.
Yes.
22 people are left already. More votation. Okay, I go and show you that instead of delete. Can I?
Yes, sir.
Okay. The question remains same.
Sir, can you open the insert trigger, sir, once, sir?
See, man.
Sir, in the line 18, the insert query is correct or not correct, sir?
Which one? This one?
Yes, sir.
No, this is required.
That is not understand.
Which one? This one?
Yes, sir.
I have explained no clearly.
Yes, but select insert into means so insert a table into employee table.
Correct. And select star from inserted means this is basically insert plus select query. If there are both target and the source table exist, right? So you'll be using insert select to insert the data. See, now my inserted table, we have the record, correct?
Yeah.
The same record I am trying to insert into the table and commit that change. That's why I have written this query. Without committing, right? So the rollback will happen defaultly.
Okay.
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 Yeah, I have explained clearly in the recording. You can just go through with that. Okay. Why that insert plus select is required. Yeah. Yeah. Is it done?
No, not
Okay.
So in interview and all, you can explain theory. Okay, nobody will ask you to create the trigger. Okay, mostly theory part you need to explain. And if you wish to create the trigger and explain to them, just orally you can, simply you can write the syntax, and you don't have to write each and every step. Okay, just whichever it is important, like that condition, rollback, raise, and that commit, right? You can just simply write it and then explain, so that it will be easy for you to follow the steps.
okay.
Finished? Finished, huh? Okay, can I show you that update trigger?
No, 1 minute, 1 minute.
I'll stop the recording. Is it fine?
Yeah.